Ever stop to think how much those little impulse buys on your phone are adding up to, and how many subscription payments are sneaking out of your bank account every single month? Before I started using Rocket Money, let me tell you, I had no idea. But the first time I logged in, I saved $435. I couldn't believe it. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. I just love the dashboard. It shows everything in one place, even the subscriptions you forgot you signed up for. And if there's something you don't need, Rocket Money helps you cancel it. Plus, it alerts you if a bill increases or if something unusual pops up in your account. It's basically like having a personal assistant for your money. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/Kim today. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim. rocketmoney.com/Kim. But wait, there's more. Here's hour 4 of the Kim Komando Show. Hey, how about we start with just a little trivia? You know, I love trivia. Every single day, I put a tech trivia question in our newsletter that if you're not getting, let me just tell you, you're missing out. So here's a little trivia question for you. Oh, by the way, you can sign up for the newsletter at getkim.com. Which humble household hero owes its life to a NASA mission? Okay. I know you're sitting there like going, oh, I don't know, Kim. Let me give you some options. Is it A, the dustbuster? Yes. B, the microwave oven? Was it a flat screen TV or was it GPS?
Turn right. Recalculating.
So again, what humble household hero owes its life to a NASA mission? Okay. Dustbuster, microwave, flat screen TV, or GPS? Drum roll, please. It's the Dustbuster. That's right. I guess, as it turns out, NASA needed a cordless drill for moon missions. Who knew? Black & Decker built the tech and thought, hey, this could actually suck up Cheerios. Wow. More than 2,000 products and technologies have their roots in NASA innovations like memory foam, scratch-resistant lenses, and even freeze-dried fruit. See, these are some fun facts that you didn't know. And NASA did all this, and they didn't even plan it. Oh, that was a bad one. Hey, I hope you're ready, ladies and gentlemen, because today is all about tech. And I am going to impart upon you all the knowledge that you need to always make sure that you're tech ahead. Because I don't want you left behind in the digital dust at all. Because after all, I'm Kim Komando, America's beloved digital goddess, here with you. And of course, it's the biggest show. It's the best show. It's the award-winning show about all things digital. And you can find me on over 425 top radio stations across the United States. We're streaming in your favorite radio app. Just search for Komando with a K, of course. And we're available as a podcast wherever you listen. And a huge salute goes out to all of our heroes tuning in via the American Forces Network Radio, reaching more than 375,000 U.S. service members in 175 countries. And just a reminder, the Komando hotline's open right now for you at 1-888-825-5254. If you want to join the show, you want to say hello, you want to ask a question, you can go ahead and give us a call or head over to komando.com and hit that Ask Kim button at the top. Grab your spot, and then we can schedule you a spot right here into the show. Alrighty then, every single day, I dive into at least 30, 40 different sources to make sure that I know exactly what's happening in the tech world. So then, of course, I can pass all this along to you free of charge, of course. So here are some things that you need to know right now. And we're going to start with, yes, you were right all along. So regardless of what the government was telling us during COVID, if you believed that YouTube video opinions against the vaccine, against the mask, against the wholesale closing of schools and churches, if you believe that those videos were actually being suppressed and then user accounts suspended, as it turns out, you are right. Yes, here's the proof. We now know with 100% certainty that YouTube, owned by Google, of course, suppressed COVID opinions that were not in line with Joe Biden's White House, Dr. Anthony Fauci, the Centers for Disease Control, and any other organizations that were towing the official vaccine mask line. So how do we know? Google admitted that it caved to daily pressure from the White House to suppress any opposing viewpoints. And they actually suspended the accounts of average folks who just wanted to weigh in. Now, Google says, oh, we'll put those accounts back on, but they did not apologize. And speaking of YouTube, let's talk about MrBeast. Wow. His latest video has just ignited a firestorm of criticism because in it, a man is tied to a chair inside a burning building, That's right, and forced to navigate multiple fire-based death traps for a $500,000 prize. Yeah, you heard me right. He's leaping through rings of flame, enduring explosions, pulling himself past walls of fire, all while parts of him actually catch flames and they have to be extinguished. Now, MrBeast insists the entire episode was safe, it was monitored, we had safety crews and medics and fire control experts with fail-safes like kill switches. But when your kid says it's just a MrBeast video, let me tell you, this is going to a new level. I mean, this is content engineered to provoke shock, push boundaries, and fuel a viral reach. Now, some people say, hey, it's just a thrill. Maybe they don't see all the safety nets. Maybe you have some wacko who says, hey, I wonder if we could try this at home. I mean, when did setting someone on fire become family friendly? Well, I'm not sure what's going on in that guy's mind. Moving on to number 3, it was just after 8:30 on Friday night, November 11th, 1967, and much of America was watching Star Trek on NBC. Well, the series introduced something that they called the Universal Translator. The future date on Earth was the year 2267. Wow, that's how they got away with it. The Universal Translator wasn't supposed to appear for like 300 years. Then the audience could accept it. And so went Star Trek Season 2, Episode 2, except that's not how it worked out. I don't know if you've checked this out, but I've been using Apple's new language translators. They look just like Apple AirPods, but they're the AirPod 3s. And they are AirPods, but they can translate 5 languages right now, 4 more, including Chinese by the end of the year.
Hola, bienvenido al restaurante
Hello.
Fajitas. Aquí le dejo el menú.
Welcome to the Fajitas restaurant. Here is the menu.
Great. What's your special today?
¿Cuál es tu especial hoy?
El plato del día es tacos al pastor.
The dish of the day is tacos al pastor.
Oh, such incredible times we live in. And I have to tell you, there's a new app called Neon. I don't know if you've heard about this. It's paying people to record every phone call, 30 cents a minute, up to $30 a day. Sounds like free money, but here's the catch. You are just selling your voice. You see, Neon collects those recordings and sells your voice data to AI firms. And once that vocal fingerprint is out there, it could be cloned, it could be hacked or used to bait certain people, your family, your friends, even you in scams. So the app has rocketed to number 2 on Apple's social charts. But here's the deal. It went dark. Wait, what happened? It was the number 2 app on Apple's charts. Okay. Well, here's the deal. There was the biggest problem in the flaw that allowed people to access calls from other people. People could see other people's transcripts. They could see the metadata about other people's calls. So it did go dark. But the founder came out the other day and says, we are coming back with a bonus twist, even more incentive to hand over your voice. And with that, even more risk. So it may be tempting to turn your voice calls into cash. But is it worth letting your voice slip into AI's data mines? I don't think so. And finally, this coming in at number 5. So schools banned phones and kids said, great, we're just going to use Google Docs like Snapchat. Seriously. They opened up blank Google Docs, inviting friends as collaborators and then chatting in real time during class. Some even type in white text on a white background, like digital ninjas. Teachers walk by and say, oh, such focus my class has.
Nope.
Meanwhile, they're planning things, they're roasting each other invisibly. It's kind of like the 2025 edition of passing notes. Parents don't have a clue, teachers are assigning essays, and then the Google Docs, kids are using it as chat rooms. So honestly, it's just brilliant. Okay, think about this. You have to respect the hustle. All right, coming up, I've got so many great things to pass along. Like, for example, the best days to book a flight. 4 tricks to stay safer in an Airbnb. How to reset your social media algorithms. And of course, we just have the best callers ever here on the Kim Komando Show. If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise. Home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen, their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HometitleLock.com/Kim. That's HometitleLock.com/Kim. All right, here's the deal. I know that you want to win this. An brand new iPhone 17 Air, a $999 value, no purchase required. And let me tell you, this crazy thin. We're talking just 0.22 inches, thinner than a pencil. It's got this gorgeous OLED display, Apple's fastest chip, and all-day battery life, and this beautiful titanium body. No, we're not talking about me, silly. We're talking about a brand new iPhone Air. So here's what you need to do. Go to winfromkim.com. Once again, winfromkim.com. Just enter to win it. You know what? I could be calling you next saying, hey, here's the deal. You just won a brand new iPhone. Be like, yes, Kim Commando, thank you. But if you don't enter, you can't win. Winfromkim.com. Winfromkim.com. All right, let's see. How about we start with, wow, look at this. Susan in Escondido, California. Welcome to the show today, Susan. What's going on with you?
Hey there. Yeah, our nonprofit got caught in a credit card checking scam where they ran over 11,000 credit card numbers through our account on Stripe.
Oh, wow. That's nasty.
Wait, I'm not
It
following.
is.
Okay.
Oh.
You got to back up. I know what you're talking about, but you got to go a little slower for Andrew. Sometimes, you know what I mean. He's like, one of those guys.
Yeah, Susan, help me now understand phone call.
Susan has a nonprofit. What is your nonprofit?
Eco Vivarium. We're a reptile sanctuary and museum.
Okay.
A reptile sanctuary museum. What is the biggest reptile that you have there?
25-foot reticulated python.
I wasn't expecting
150-pound green
25.
anaconda.
Wow. That's cool.
A 6-foot giant monitor, a Galapagos tortoise that weighs around 400-ish.
Wow.
So quite a bit.
So, Andrew, it's a petting zoo. You should go visit it.
I was going to say, would you allow Kim to show up and do a photo shoot?
Yeah. We'd love to.
Yes. All right. So basically what happened, well, you tell them what happened, is that you had 11,000 attempts to make a donation.
Yeah, they went in and somehow they overrode our minimum donation, which is $5, and they dropped it to $1, and they ran 11,865 credit cards through our donation portal, and that I caught within 2 days of it happening.
Wow.
Did you actually receive the $1 from every single transaction?
Not from every single one. There were some that were denied. We had about 2,000 of them go through.
Okay.
It's scammers just trying to see if a credit card is valid.
Sure.
That's all it is.
Which is funny, too, that they're trying to see if it's a valid credit card, but yet they don't want to spend the whole $5. They got to drop it down to just $1.
Well, if it was just giving the $1 back, that wasn't the problem. I reported it to the software company. I reported it to Stripe, who's the processor. And I was told by both, okay, no problem, it's taken care of. To me, that means I didn't need to do anything further. I reported it. They would catch it. It happened in one 24-hour period, and it would be remedied. 3 weeks later, I got the first dispute. Every dispute cost me $15.65.
Oh, gosh.
And the 33-cent processing fee on that $1 donation.
Is that from Stripe?
Uh-huh.
You need to write a letter.
Yeah,
You need to write a strong email. Did they tell you at Stripe that you should go under radar in rules and set limits like block transactions with mismatched zip codes, or block if
No.
so many failed attempts happen so many times per hour? They didn't walk you through some steps like that?
They didn't walk us through anything.
Okay, that's what you need to tell them. I would write a very firm letter. I would have ChatGPT do it, quite frankly, and tell Chat your situation, and then explain that Chat that Stripe did not give you any remedies. They didn't help you to make sure that this didn't happen again. But in addition to that, they didn't explain to you that you would have these other things that were going on. So somehow in their system, they could have blocked it. Okay. But they didn't block it. And it was their responsibility, yours too, to make sure that this doesn't happen again. And that's where you get into, it's under radar and rules, if you want to refer to that section. Okay. Now, what you want to do, is this your own?
Is this me back like $4,000?
Yeah, well, you're going to get that back. Now, is this your own site, or is this a Shopify site with Stripe, or is this a Stripe site?
It's our website, and then we use, for processing, we use a software called GiveWP.
Okay.
Because we're a WordPress site. So.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. You need to get off of that. Okay. You need to totally get off of that. I want you to look at sites and platforms, and you're not WP. WordPress is a homegrown type of site. It's. I want you to get off of WordPress, because if you don't keep WordPress updated, bad things happen. And it becomes a little bit of, like, we have, Commando.com is built on WordPress. We're actually moving off of WordPress over the next month or so. So that's why I want you to move off of WordPress too.
Are you saying the possibility, it could be the fact that they were a WordPress site which allowed them to drop the minimum from $5 to $1?
No, not that. Is that because so many sites are built on WordPress, it's a bit of a target.
Okay.
And there's some internal arguing that's going on between WordPress and the site and the creators, and anytime that happens inside of an industry, you don't want to be part of it, especially when you're talking about money and data and things like that. If you go to like Donor Box, DONOR Box, or Give Lively, Give Butter, is that these are platforms that are made for nonprofits, and they have all the tools built in so that this type of fraud won't happen again. See, as a smaller nonprofit, you don't have an IT person there, right, to make sure that everything's all up to date. And typically the scammers, if they get a whole bank of credit card numbers like they did, somebody got 11,000 credit card numbers. They just fed it in using a bot. That it's these other sites that are made to primarily handle this, it'll stop it at the get-go. It'll say, okay, well, this is coming from one IP address. It's unlikely that 11 people in Bosnia are giving to a reptile site every single second. So that's why you want to be able to move off of that platform. If you need those names again, just give me a call back, or I'll send you an email. So it's totally up to you. All right, let's switch gears just a little bit. What a nightmare that is.
I mean, that could cost her over $30,000.
Yes.
If all those charges stick, all those service fees.
Now she's got to go to the top of Stripe.
Absolutely.
Say, hey, this is just not right. Okay, let's talk about your Facebook feed, Instagram. You're wondering, like, why am I seeing goat yoga videos and family trauma from 2009? Well, I don't know what's going on with you, but here's the deal, is that you may need to reset your algorithm, because if your Facebook feed isn't exactly interesting to you anymore, hit the 3 dots on any post and choose not interested or unfollow to stop seeing updates. And by the way, the person on the other end, good news, they don't know. Moving on to Instagram, it learns your taste based on reels and who you engage with. So if you accidentally watch some slime video one too many times, it thinks you're obsessed with slime. So what you want to do is dig into your settings and choose reset suggested content, and ta-da! Your feed is now refreshed. Such a great tip. All right, still to come, we have more of your phone calls, as well as later on, the best day to book a flight to save some money.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, I got to tell you about something, because Google is now baking AI into everything, and it could actually come to bite you in the butt, because Google's AI is now summarizing what it sees in Gmail when you open an email. And so it's kind of like showing some actions that you need to take, but there is a catch. you might be trusting those Google summaries just a little too much, and hackers are already exploiting this. See, what they're doing is they're hiding warnings in white text on a white background, like, your password's compromised, call this number. Now, here's the tricky part. You don't see it with your eyes, but Gmail's Gemini AI does, and it might include that hidden message in the email's bullets. So it may look like a real warning from Google when you're looking at your mail. So always double check those AI generated bullets yourself before clicking or calling anything. And you can do this just by highlighting the text of entire email and then just look to see if there are any hidden fonts or hidden words that pop up. Always remember, AI is helpful, but it's not really perfect. All right, still to come, we're going to talk about the best day to book a flight to save some money and some tricks to stay safe in an Airbnb or Vrbo. And before we get to all that, let's see. Craig in St. Petersburg, Florida. Hi there.
So I have a question about AI and how it pertains to resume creation. You know, AI is all the rage these days, and I've been out of the job market. I've been self-employed for the last 10, 12 years or so, but I find myself in a position now where I need to start applying for jobs online. And, of course, you know, AI didn't exist the last time I created a resume and applied for a job. And I hear that's all the thing, but I just don't understand the whole process of using AI to create a resume.
Well, AI can do just about anything, really. And creating a resume is really simple. Basically, what you do is you could go to your favorite AI chatbot. I use ChatGPT from OpenAI. And you can say, I'd like to create a resume. You can just ask me some questions. And then AI will create that resume for you, and then you can tweak it, you can edit it. If you already have a CV, you can upload that into ChatGPT, and then it will analyze it and tell you things that, you know, could sound better. So like, for example, you could say, I ran my own successful business for 12 years until it went bankrupt. It might lose that bankrupt part. Okay. Just kidding. Just kidding. And I increased sales over 1,000%. And then the other thing you can do is once you find a position is that you can upload your last resume, and you can upload just a screenshot of maybe the job opening, and then you can say, can you tweak my resume so that it better matches the job description?
Okay.
So you say AI is the rage. AI is here to stay. AI is changing everything.
No, it's just a fad, Kim.
Well, yeah.
It's all the rage.
It's just a fad. So does that at least point you in a direction?
Yeah, and I guess my confusion with it all was, you know, when I think about AI and I probably don't understand it as much as you do or many people do, is, you know, it's the old adage on the computer as well. If AI is just taking the same stuff I'm putting in, it still requires, I mean, it's not going to create any additional skills or awards or education or any of that I don't have.
It's just going to
information in.
Yeah,
right?
It's just going to make you look so good on paper or via email or via an application. I mean, much like, you know, many moons ago, is that, you know, I put Andrew through an extensive interview process here.
I'm trying to find. Yeah, we were sitting at dinner. It was someone's birthday. First time I ever met you. You turned and looked at me and said, "Hey, you want to screen my calls?" And I said, "Sure." And you said, "Okay, be there on Saturday." That's exactly how it went down.
Did I say how much I was going to pay you?
Nope.
That was it?
I didn't care either. I was trying to find the exact wording because I used AI in an interesting way this weekend. My son's mom sent me a picture. He had scraped and cut his face on a cinder block wall playing with his friends in the backyard. Yeah, it looked pretty gruesome. And she sent me a picture of his cheek, and she's like, do we need to take him to the hospital to get stitches? And so I uploaded the picture to ChatGPT, and I said, look at these cuts on this face. Do they need stitches? And it's not just a simple yes or no. I get back like a 500-word wrap-up on why he didn't need stitches.
And that's amazing. I got bit by a tick on Saturday.
Where were you that you were getting bitten by a tick? You don't camp.
I do camp.
Oh, you glamp.
I have never camped. No, I think I camped once. And I'm like, you have to go to the bathroom in the woods? Is that what happens? Well, and then I started camping at a Hilton, but instead of a Four Seasons.
Sure.
So, no, I was in Santa Barbara, and with 2 dogs running around and stuff like that. But I felt something in the back of my neck. Matter of fact, I still can feel the little bump. And I took my fingernail and I dug it, and then it was like, ew.
You pulled out the tick?
Yes.
Was it alive when you pulled it out?
Yes.
Isn't that weird?
It's so weird. And so I did. I took a picture of it and I put it into ChatGPT.
And what did it say?
It said I was going to die.
You have 72 hours to live.
Exactly. No, it said that this is not the type that would cause Lyme disease or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
See? But then I didn't believe it. So I texted the picture on a Saturday night to my doctor. I said, am I going to die?
And he then put it into ChatGPT. It told me you were fine, and he regurgitated that back to you and sent you a bill.
And you need to, that, and you need to take 2 tetracycline. And I was like, okay, I'm good with that. All right. Speaking of resumes, there's this old joke. All right. But I'm going to pass it along to you anyway. You ready? How would you write, I changed a light bulb on your resume? How would you say that on your resume? I changed a light bulb. Are you ready? Instead of just saying, I changed a light bulb, you say, I single-handedly managed the successful upgrade and deployment of new environmental illumination systems with 0 cost overruns and 0 safety incidents. Don't you know that's true? All right, so what exactly is the best day to book a flight to save some money? We've all heard the rules. Buy months ahead. Maybe you should wait until the last minute or snag a deal on a Thursday. It's always kind of a roll of the dice. So Google Flights has studied billions of its bookings. And here's what the numbers say. For domestic trips, book about 5 weeks before you fly. Okay. Wow, 5 weeks. What is 5 weeks from now, anybody? Yeah, we're talking about the holidays are starting, so you better start paying attention. Now, if you're going overseas, aim for at least 49 days out. And that buy your ticket on a Tuesday or Thursday trip is just forget it. The prices hardly change anymore by the day of the week. So if you see a good fare right now, just grab it. And to save really big, you want to be flexible as to when and how you fly. So what we do know is the cheapest day to get out of town is a Wednesday. And then also choosing a connecting flight instead of a nonstop can save you up to 22%. Wow, these are some great tips that you're not going to find anywhere else except here on the Kim Komando Show. All right, coming right back, we have some more of your great phone calls, as well as later on, how to stay safe in an Airbnb on the Kim Komando Show.
Running a business comes with a lot of what-ifs. But luckily, there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku. And it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what-ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Let's see. Tyra in Phoenix, Arizona. Hi there.
Hello. How are you?
Excellent. So all I see is you have a song.
Oh, yeah. So I am a special ed teacher and self-contained classroom for kindergarten, first and second grade. And so I was listening to your show and I heard, oh, yeah, you can just, it was like last weekend. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you can make a song through ChatGPT, and then you go to one of your sites that I wrote down, which is Suno, and then they make a song with it. Mm-hmm. So I did that. And I wanted, because my kids really respond to songs and videos. So I took our rules of the classroom and had ChatGPT make a song, and then I went to Suno and had a song, I guess the lyrics put into a song.
I think we have this. I think we have this.
Oh, I want to hear this.
Yeah, let's hear a little bit of it.
Make smart choices. We think it through before we act. We use kind words, that's a fact. We do what's right in every way. That's rule number 4 each day. Rule 4 makes my choices.
See, we're nice to everybody every day, Andrew.
I do a lot of AI audio work. I could have nailed that voice. I knew that voice was AI. I mean, it sounds great, but it's one of 20 voices to choose from.
I think it sounds great.
Really great.
It sounds really good. So now you want to turn this into a video?
Yes, because my students really respond to videos. They just like the dancing part or the action. So I was just curious if there was a way to take the song and put it into a video.
What do you think, Andrew? CapCut?
Yeah, absolutely. But she's going to now, when you're making a video, you're obviously saying you need something generated. You're not going to go out and shoot a bunch of videos. You need them generated, right?
Correct. Yes, that would be correct.
Well, then, you could use Sora, S-O-R-A, to create the video, or Google VEO, V-E-O, and those videos are crazy.
But one thing you need to do is you need to take it slow. So when you're putting the prompts into these generators, you don't want to put the whole thing in, not the whole song. One verse at a time, 2 lines at a time. Let it, because you're going to get a better result if it has to produce very little information rather than an entire song all at once.
Yeah, and especially some of these, unless you pay, you're limited to 5 seconds.
Right.
10 seconds.
And once you get it worked out, your pieces of video, then you can go over to CapCut, easily slap them all together, and export it out.
Or maybe you just create the video and then put the song to the video.
You could do either way, yeah.
So that because otherwise you're looking at 5 seconds, 10 seconds, if it's going to actually create it to that particular song.
Right.
You can get the pro version. It's $200 for the month.
Yeah, no.
She's a teacher.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not sure about that. But you could create your own video using CapCut and not use AI and just get standard videos and photos, and that wouldn't be too hard to do, would it?
No, not at all. But again, if you want to go another way, you don't have to do videos. You could just do images that you can get. And you can get images from AI all over the internet for free. And then put those images to the music and have them move. CapCut can create templates or easy add-ons that have the photos move from left to right, zoom in, zoom out.
There's also another site called Lumen 5, Lumen, the number 5. Right, you might want to try too. For the video, instead of using ChatGPT, the Sora, or Google's VEO, that's also a place where you can upload some text. Now, last time I tried it was about 6 months ago. And it was pretty lame.
Okay.
But the way that the AI tools work now, what was lame yesterday, it's like suddenly you're like, whoa, that was really good.
But another thing, and I'm just thinking as we're talking, why don't you make the video of the students next year? You know how much they would love to see themselves on the screen.
Yeah, that would be cool.
On YouTube with the music and song playing in the background. They could hold up signs, the rule number 1, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's actually, what do you think about that, Tyra?
Oh, yeah, that would be great. Are you kidding? They like to see themselves anywhere.
Yeah, and then they would be more inclined to watch it, and especially because they're in it.
Yeah, they're going to focus.
They'll be like, oh, look at me.
I'm a star.
Tyra, thanks for your call today. And thanks for sharing your song with us. Doesn't she sound like the greatest teacher ever? I mean, I want Tyra as my teacher. Let's see. Marty in Oahu. Aloha, Marty. Welcome. Glad to have you with us today.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm anxious to talk to you.
So what's happening?
Yeah, so I'm not that computer savvy, but I do read some articles, and I have your newsletter. And then I have stock in my retirement account. And I was wondering how applicable would AI be in picking stocks?
You know, I actually talked about this in a recent newsletter because they did a whole bunch of tests and they found that AI was pretty accurate, scary accurate in predicting the winners versus the losers in stocks. I think the portfolio went up almost, one went up 33% with a human and it went up 44% with AI. Now, AI can make mistakes. It does hallucinate. We're talking about your money, your retirement account. So I want you to be super careful because you said you're not that computer savvy. What you can do is go over to ChatGPT and give it some prompts. Like, I'm this age and I'm trying to get this. These are the stocks that I have. I want to get at least a 6% annual dividend or return, whatever it may be. And then you can compare it. And then whatever results you get from one AI bot is that you can compare it with another AI bot. And if you need the exact steps, Marty, we have them over at commando.com, just komando.com. And thanks for your call today, and thanks for getting the newsletter. All right, talking about stocks, let me tell you something. I have started investing in stocks. I'm talking about beef, chicken, and vegetable. And one day, I hope to be a billionaire. I know, you're going to steal that one from me. You groaned and you're like, oh, make it stop. But you really love that. Let's see. I have some great tricks to stay safe in an Airbnb Verbo that you don't want to miss. Still to come here on the Kim Komando Show. A Georgia couple vacationing in Puerto Rico made a horrifying discovery. This is disgusting. They found hidden spy cameras in their Airbnb, intimate moments playing with the children, using the toilet, and in bed, all recorded on camera. Let me tell you, even if an Airbnb has glowing reviews, here are some moves to protect yourself. Number one, traveling alone, don't book it that way. Reserve for 2 guests and tell the host a friend is joining. Make sure you look less vulnerable. Next, the second you walk in, take photos and videos, quick proof in case the host tries to say, oh, you did a whole bunch of damage. Next, share the address and host details with someone who you trust. And finally, sweep for those hidden cameras. Look closely at clocks and remotes and smoke detectors or outlets. Shine your flashlight on them. If there's a lens, it's going to reflect back. Hey, just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure that you enter to win that brand new iPhone Air at winfromkim.com. winfromkim.com. And that's the end of hour 4. But I'm sure in your podcast player, there are some shows that you haven't listened to. Come on, just fire up your podcast player and get more tech know-how, whether you're walking or on your commute or whatever you might be doing.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.